Recently, I was talking to a colleague about the differences between being a small company and a really big company. And one of the areas that we were discussing was around taking a stand on something that was rather controversial. And I kind of came out and said, sometimes I tell my clients effectively to be polarizing on purpose. And what I mean by that is, obviously, if you're a really big company, you really can't afford a lot of times to take a stand on something that's very, controversial or something, because there's a good opportunity you may alienate a big chunk of your customers. And let's face it, if you're a big company, really your business model is about marketing stuff to the masses, and you can't afford to alienate yourself from those particular people. But so I tell my clients, I say, it's probably not a bad idea to be quite polarizing, into your own business. Maybe you want to take a stand on something like, abortion rights or gun control or same-sex marriages or racial injustice or something like that. Big companies are probably not going to really embrace a lot of those kinds of things, because at that point they're going to find the people that, support them, and those people will stay and everybody else will abandon them. But as a small business, you can sometimes afford to be that. I know that a number of years ago, I really ran counter to just about everybody else in my industry when I kind of poo-pooed the whole idea of writing a business plan in the very genesis of many particular projects. Now, it's funny because as time has kind of gone on, a lot of people have kind of endorsed that type of thing, saying, listen, it's hard to write a business plan today because there's so many unknowns before you've actually launched, and that you really need to, the business plan has value as an ongoing living document, but has less value at the beginning, because when you're writing a business plan, there might be setting goals for things that may not be there at the time when you get there, or those goals might be misinformed based upon the fact that you're not actually in the trenches and stuff like that. So again, the message here isn't really about business planning or anything like that. The message is about, hey, sometimes it's a good idea to be quite polarizing on purpose, because quite frankly, that will go ahead and get you a lot of coverage, free PR, if that works for you. Now, it doesn't work for every business, but certainly for some. So sometimes, it might be valuable to think about how can you be a little bit more polarizing. Don't forget to check out some of our other resources at SteveBizBlog.